JBN, we keep you informed. Man shot dead, woman injured in Maypen. Pandemonium broke out in Maypen on Friday night when gunmen opened fire in the parish capital. A tailor was shot dead and a woman left nursing gunshot wounds following the shooting incident on Main Street in Maypen, Clarendon, the police are reporting. Dead is 26-year-old Sean Cunningham of Cooley Lane, Effortville in the parish. Reports from the Maypen police are that Cunningham was at his shop about 7:30 p.m. when he was approached by two men armed with handguns who opened gunfire hitting him and the woman. The men then made their escape in a waiting motor car. Both victims were taken to the hospital where Cunningham died while undergoing treatment and the injured woman treated and released. Man convicted for having sex with a minor wants it removed from his record. A St. Thomas man who was convicted for having sex with a minor wants the crime to be erased from his record. Delroy Chuck, Jamaica's Justice Minister, said the man deserves to have the crime removed from his records, but laments that the law does not allow it. He said in Parliament on Tuesday that he intends to take a proposal to the Cabinet for an amendment to the law that would allow the expungement of the criminal records of persons who are more deserving. Pointing to the case of the St. Thomas man, Chuck said he pleaded guilty to carnal abuse and was sentenced to 3 years probation. He was 21 or 22 years old at the time of committing the offense, according to Chuck, and the girl was 15. At the end of the probationary period, he married the girl. They have 2 children now in their 20s. He would like his record expunged, but because of carnal abuse, it cannot be expunged, Chuck said. There is a pastor who I know was charged for murder, but was convicted for manslaughter. He has applied to have his record expunged, but the act does not allow it. He is a pastor. He has been preaching for the last 25 years, Chuck said. These are the sort of injustices that need to be removed, he added. Pottinger's loved ones, dissatisfied with killer's 12-year sentence. Friday's sentencing of the man who confessed to killing Dexter Pottinger has not eased the minds of the fashion designer's relatives, who say that the killer's account of what transpired has left many questions unanswered. 23-year-old Romario Brown was sentenced to 12 years for manslaughter, 4 years for larceny of a vehicle, and 1 for simple larceny at the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston. Justice Lorna Shelley Williams, who handed down the sentence, said they will run concurrently. Pottinger's sister, Tayshawn Adams, in an interview following the sentencing, insisted that Brown's story does not add up. This young man stated that he stabbed my brother out on the balcony and my brother ran inside the house. I was the one that cleaned up the murder scene and there was no blood out there. We collectively as a family, his friends, we still have questions about the circumstances surrounding it because he is inconsistent. You said that you stole from the house, but then when you come back into court, you pleaded not guilty. You're going to say that you never took the television. To me, that's signs of somebody who is not sure. Them not sure. Like him don't have him story straight. And no, we are not impressed, Adams said, making her dissatisfaction with the sentence known. Tears flowed freely during Friday's sentencing hearing as 3 of Pottinger's siblings, led by Lakeisha Aarons, delivered a victim impact statement in which they described him as a father figure. They said that since their brother's death, things have not been the same as they are struggling financially. She told the court that they are on the brink of losing Pottinger's St. Andrew home, where his decomposing body was found on August 31, 2017, due to the family's inability to meet the mortgage obligations. Describing her brother as a helpful person, she looked at Brown and added, "You took the life of someone who was trying to help you." Pottinger is said to have posted bail for Brown 2 days before he was killed, after Brown was arrested for being in possession of 2 knives. Attorney at law Donald Bryan, in trying to account for Brown's action, cited Jamaica's perception as a homophobic country, but Justice Shelley Williams questioned whether that view would justify what he did. The attorney hastened to state that it does not justify his client's actions, but is something that should be taken into consideration. Justice Shelley Williams, when handing down the sentence, said she considered aggravating factors such as the 25 stabs sustained by Pottinger, the stealing of items from the property, and that the guilty plea was not an early one. However, she identified his eventual guilty plea, his age, the length of time in custody, and his good social inquiry report as mitigating factors. She said she did not consider any previous convictions or other criminal cases against Brown when making her decision. 24-year-old St. Anne man shot dead in car. 24-year-old Doan Hurl of Betheltown, St. Anne, was shot dead by unknown assailants at Captureland, Ginger Hill in the parish yesterday morning, the police have reported. According to the Discovery Bay police, Hurl was sitting in his car about 1:20 a.m. when he was approached by men armed with guns who opened gunfire, hitting him to the upper body. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Teen sisters of Bull Bay St. Andrew missing. An another alert has been activated for two sisters, 14-year-old Natasha Green and the 16-year-old Shakira Green, otherwise called Shade, both of Claremont Road, Bull Bay, St. Andrew, who has been missing since Thursday, May 23. Natasha is of brown complexion, slim build, and is about 5 feet 5 inches tall, while Shakira is of dark complexion, stout built, and is about 5 feet 3 inches tall. Reports from the Bull Bay police are that the sisters were last seen at home. Their mode of dress at the time they went missing is unknown. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Natasha and Shakira Green is being asked to contact the Bull Bay Police at 876-967-6810. That's 876-967-6810. Police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. Firearm seized by the police in Londilo, Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police seized a firearm and 3 rounds of ammunition during an operation in Londilo in the parish on Thursday. Reports from the Savlamar police are that about 7 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a man who aroused their suspicion was seen. On seeing the police, the man ran, leaving the weapon behind. The weapon was retrieved and found to be a .22 pistol with a magazine containing 3.22 rounds of ammunition. Man arrested in St. Thomas for ganja. The St. Thomas police on Friday, May 24, arrested and charged a man for possession of ganja, dealing in and taking steps to export ganja. Charge is 29-year-old Raynor Montague of Codian Drive, Eagles Estate in St. Catherine. Reports from the Morant Bay Police are that about 6 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation at Retreat Cove in St. Thomas, during which a premises occupied by Montague was searched and 35 packages of compressed ganja, weighing approximately 175 pounds, were found wrapped in masking tape. A further search of the premises revealed 7 25-gallon plastic drums filled with gasoline. The drug has an estimated street value of Jamaica $875,000, the police say. Montague is scheduled to appear before the St. Thomas Parish Court on Wednesday, May 29. 15-year-old boy among 2 shot in western Kingston. The police are keeping a close watch on sections of the Kingston Western Division, following a gun attack on a 15-year-old boy and hours later an attack on a 23-year-old man in separate incidents there. Reports are that the 15-year-old boy is in the hospital battling for his life after he was shot and injured by gunmen in the Tawari Crescent section of Denham Town on Thursday. Reports are that about 4:15 p.m., the student was traveling along the mentioned road when he was attacked by unknown assailants and shot several times. The criminals who carried out the attack then escaped from the area. The police were called and the injured teenager was taken to the hospital where he has since been admitted. Several hours later, investigators were called to 10th Street, a section of the Arnett Gardens community that also falls into the Kingston Western Police Division, where a 23-year-old man was shot and injured. Residents reported that about 10 p.m., the man was walking along the mentioned roadway when gunshots were heard. The police were called and the man was found with gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was admitted. The Denham Town Police are investigating both incidents. 57-year-old man stabbed to death in downtown Kingston. Tensions are high in sections of the Market District in downtown Kingston, following the fatal stabbing of a 57-year-old man by another vendor of the same age group on Thursday. The deceased has been identified as Fabian Moses, otherwise called Romy, a higgler of a Kingston address. Reports are that about 6:20 p.m., Moses and another man, said to be about 54 years old, got into an argument. which later escalated into a fight. During the fight, Moses was stabbed. The police were called to the scene and the injured man was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The alleged attacker was later taken into police custody. The incident has reportedly triggered some tension in sections of the Market district. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.